folks.
Let's go.
I believe. Hopefully.
I am not getting the...
There we go.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. Perfect.
Perfect.
God, man, I have almost 50k in the silver gold bars. How?
Let me just link this stream.
Okay, so if you do /title in the SBM community chat and then just type the title behind it, it should change it automatically.
Cool. I don't think I've got access to do that, unfortunately.
I mean, you can just try it out. You are.
I just tried it, yeah, it didn't work.
Okay, yeah, well. Alright, JCR is here. JCR to the rescue.
JCR, please fix it. Yeah, just need the stream title changed, yeah. Apart from that, I think everything else is good.
Yeah, it looks like it. You can set up a prediction though, right?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Then we're set. Let's go. Ooh, very nice. Nintensive practicing the thing I have specifically told him to do. Very nice. You love to see it.
Right, cool, we got a prediction up. Here we go.
Very.
Hopefully now, I think we're all sorted.
I'm gonna make the prediction worthwhile. I'm gonna go for the underdog story here. You did put it in the stream chat? Alright, perfect.
Right, I will message them, tell them they are ready, they can go when they want.
Very nice. They are using race time, correct?
Yeah, they're using race time.
Alright.
Oh, I need to get my live splitter. There we go.
Yeah, Justin, that is exactly what I'm trying to do, obviously. No, I'm just making it worthwhile.
Cool, nice. Thank you, JCR. Legend.
Thank you, JCR. Do we have multiple races today or just this one?
I believe it's just the one today. Oh, Dmgdude versus Nintensive. I think tomorrow we got 2, which is pretty big.
Right.
Let me just double check that. We got 3 tomorrow. Well, I guess there is one later. But my time is tomorrow.
You gotta remove the sidebar from Nintensive.
Oh. I think it'll go back in a few seconds.
Oh, it does automatically?
Yeah, it is automatically, I think. Nintensive just getting ready. Start the run.
Okay, it doesn't seem to go away automatically.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
there we go. Let's make sure global
Alright.
hotkeys is on.
I said nothing.
Waiting for them to start. Looks like we're getting ready. And they'll start in 15 seconds. The timer's just going off. Is all the audio good for everyone on stream? And they're off.
Let's go. This is the, I believe, third race of the tournament.
Yes, third race of the tournament. And the first two have been very good. Hopefully we see something close just like yesterday.
Especially the second one yesterday. That was pretty crazy, but today we have Dmgdude against Nintensive. Dmgdude currently sits at a 128.50, and I believe Nintensive does not have a PB yet, so it'll will be very interesting to see.
I've heard Intensive's going blind into the run as well, which is going to be interesting. Never can be a bit louder. Okay. I think that should be a bit better now.
Alright, how is this?
First, we're progressing through Prologue, which is basically 5 minutes of mashing. And unluckily for me, I'm very slow at mashing. Looks like Nintensive has got a little bit of a lead on damage there. Nintensive with a little bit better mashing. I would be refreshing these streams throughout the run, just so they are synced up in the right place.
Just as a disclaimer, Dmgdude has a few bitrate issues, as is pretty obvious, but those will apparently be fixed next stream.
Just talking about version differences now as well. Dmgdude is playing on JP, but on emulator.
On emulator.
On emulator, so no crashes.
There.
There's going to be 0 crashes today, which is going to be great.
Oh, true, because Nintensive is on English. Presumably VC.
Yeah. Unless it could be 1.0 disc, so Nintensive could go for GBS technically, but unfortunately we do not know that information yet.
It is VC, okay. Oh, by the way, the stream timer just got reset.
Oh no. Right.
That is a bit unfortunate.
I can fix this. I forgot I had global hotkeys on.
Well, it seems like no one made it
There we
through
go.
the pit. Okay, we're back.
I've timed it up with race time, so it may be a little bit off. Right, let me turn off global hotkeys before I forget. So pit percent works. Basically, all you have to do, technically, you want to get Boomer. So use Boomer, throw him using throw to get into the pit early. Technically, you can enter the pit without any pixels at all. But for this category, we decide not to do that.
Yes, so this category is mostly RNG reliant. From the entire pit is pretty much RNG. We have chapter 1 and the start of chapter 2, which has little to no RNG at all. But in the pit, every enemy has a key, and it is random which enemy in a room the key is given to. And you basically have to beat 100 rooms, and at the end beat a little boss fight, and that is the entire category.
So roughly, you want to be entering the pit about 40 minutes into the run. That's when the action starts. Intensive, finally reaching the end. Prologue here. Let me just refresh both streams. Just give them a little sync.
As far as I know, Nintensive has no prior experience in SBM at all. I believe Dmgdude2 has run a sub 4 in any percent, but Nintensive is mostly known for Mario 3D World, I believe.
So the winner of Dmgdude versus Nintensive will play the winner of Furious versus Wheels later on down the line.
Is that match already planned, or do we not have a date there yet?
Let me check.
Anyways, we have both runners going into chapter 1 now. So the first part of mashing is done. Almost. We still have Vestovius, but that won't take as long. So we are about to get into the action.
Furious versus Wheels will happen on Sunday, June 29th. Or 28th if you're American. So this game will decide who they play. Intensive about to talk to Vestovius to get the flipping ability, the main ability of the game. Unfortunately talking to himself there.
So in Vestovius' house, both runners will get 3 items that can be found in 3D that are very useful to the pit. One Shroom Shake, a Shell Shock, and a Fire Burst. The fibers will actually be cooked before the pit to feed to Peach in the pre-Chapter 2 split.
There's some very important items there that you pick up in Bestovis' house. Also, you can get a Shell Shock, which is in room 98 predominantly, and a Shroom Shake, which gives you 10 HP, which is useful inside the pit if you don't want to collect items.
That's room 89, but yeah.
89, sorry, yeah.
It is
for the
essentially
headbutt
a
bits.
free level up for the last 10 rooms.
Yes, and you want to be around 250k when that happens. For the red chomp room, well, you want to be 200 to get past the red chomp room. Nintensive going for coins. Dmgdude not going for it. Looks like Nintensive's going shop.
So far, Nintensive is looking very good for presumably a first run. I have advised him to go shopping in 1-2 since that is just a safety measure for pit percent. Because the items in the 1-2 shop are very cheap, and therefore you can buy a lot of heals there to prepare for the pit.
Fortunately falling in the gap twice, but that's fine. It's only pre-game.
But we have Dmgdude taking the lead.
Dmgdude about to enter one of the most important rooms in the entire run. About to perform the 1-1 points grind. This is to get some points, get the attack level up, get some HP.
See if we can get a slow flower.
No flowers so far this tourney. See if Nintensive's going to go for it. Nintensive not opting for it. Fire burst there for Dmgdude, but I don't think there'll be enough time to pick that up.
And Nintensive didn't go for the block, right?
Yeah, Nintensive didn't go for the block. Nintensive just taking their time.
Yeah, I believe he fell off once, so he's just trying to hit always 1 damage on every squig, so he gets 4 points.
Unfortunately falling off again.
That is a very rough grind though, that might soft lock him in room 19 or 25. Nintensive definitely has to go for a couple mushrooms now on the way to actually finish this.
Same goes for the Dmgdude there. They're both on very low points. 26k is unfortunately not enough to be able to go straight into the pit with. Both runners are going to have to get some points grinds there.
26k is manageable.
It's manageable, but very on the limit.
It is very tough for sure, but with a couple of mushrooms on the way and a lucky room 19, I think is also necessary. It shouldn't lead to a soft lock, but very, very rough start for both runners. Yes, and we see Dmgdude going for the mushroom here, just for 1,000 extra points. Both runners can now technically decide to collect a poison shroom in 1-3. That would be in the room after the O-Chunks fight behind a rock. Because it ignores defense, so it could kill both the Coup Patrol and the chain jump without looking at the player's stat. But we have Dmgdude going for Cloud Coins, so I assume he is gonna go shopping. And Dmgdude is talking to Rez. I believe he will do GBS.
First GBS of the run, or the entire tourney, if this is the case.
Actually, true.
GBS is only a trick that saves about 2 minutes, north of 2 minutes, so it's a very important trick in this level. Go on then.
I believe it's around 150 Lightroom and 230 Darkroom.
Yes. So it's a very important
Somewhere
trick.
around there. But it's definitely very important, as 2.5 minutes time save is very good. Now I believe we see some shopping, yes. Dmgdude playing it safe, which is understandable. Talking to JCR here.
Getting some mushroom shakes here. Probably going to pick up at least one fire burst.
Yeah, for room
21.
21 I
Yep.
Yeah, 21. Nintensive also goes shopping, very nice.
Oh. Accidentally leaving the menu.
Nintensive going for the fire burst.
And Dmgdude is going for GBS. Here we go. So to do GBS, you clip inside this wall. You clip into the back wall here without leaving the shop. Just trying to get it perfectly. Move left. Jump over the invisible doors so you don't get trapped. Keep moving left. As soon as you drop down, you want to jump on top of this little ledge. Flip. Move around. Wait for the sign. Hit the sign. Flip into 3D. Move to the right. Get pushed by the sign a little bit into the right side corner. Jump up home. And hopefully land on the ledge. Unfortunately, Dmgdude missing that one.
We have Nintensive closing in on the throw room.
Dmgdude again, unfortunately pressing up too early there. While Nintensive is getting throw.
Darkroom is definitely a very hard trick.
It is.
As opposed to Lightroom, which is a lot easier.
Lightroom, you've got all the visuals. Darkroom, you can't see anything.
Exactly. I do Lightroom, which I obviously prefer because it's very easy. I guess it's still considerably difficult, but it's also very much considerably easier than Darkroom. But, well, it's a 40-second loss. And a potential crash on JPVC because you have to save and reload for Lightroom.
Dmgdude getting it. Now going to go up to the sky. Can you get the jump? Taking the hit. Opting to take the hit. Got the jump.
Very nice.
First GBS of the tourney. Beautiful.
That is the first GBS, and it's even Darkroom, which is even more impressive. Very nicely done.
Nintensive is now going to go talk to Old Man Watch It to get green to drop the bridge.
Dmgdude going into 1-3 grind. Maybe he will go to the right a bit, kill some extra enemies for some fast flower points, but probably not.
Dmgdude about to do 1-3 grind here. Going to hit the 2 line blocks there. When you pick up a fast flower, anything you pick up has 3 times the amount of points. Ice Storm drop. That's huge.
Ooh, that's very nice.
Unbelievable for room 98.
Dmgdude is gonna hope to get at least 40k here, because I believe that is a damage up, and I was correct in my assumption. That is 40k, so Dmgdude is back on track.
40k is the HP
very
up.
solid point.
Yeah. 40k is the HP level up to get you to 20 HP. 60k is the important one.
My bad then.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, right. You do get that with slow flower or fast flower.
Yeah.
That is right, yeah. And we have Nintensive also going into 1-3 now.
Both not too far apart, about a minute difference, I'd say.
I believe the current items are 3 Shroom Shakes and a Fire Burst for Dmgdude, and 2 Shroom Shakes and a Fire Burst for Nintensive. And of course the Ice Storm now.
Ice Storm for Dmgdude.
Is huge. No,
Nintensive hitting the wrong things.
Side.
But it's fine.
Okay,
you can pick up the Fire Flower here. But Fast Flower, unfortunately opting to pick up the items. This is going to slow down this process of way too much. and not getting the 3
Fast
times out of
Flower
points.
is running
It's
away.
running away. I think it's going to go into the... No, it's not. It's going to get saved by the rock here. Picking up
There we
the
go.
fast bar. Meanwhile, Dmgdude is dealing with chunks. Throw him to the right side of the screen and just keep shaking. Shaking and jumping to kill chunks really quickly.
Yeah, that's chunks. But yeah, Nintensive definitely has to either pick up an item now or really do another grind again, because it's not gonna be enough for the pit.
Intensive killing the
Dmgdude.
ghost room.
Dmgdude going into ICS.
Opting to do the backup strat, just like how Justin did yesterday. Gets it, clears it by a mile. Intensive needs to move a little bit more left to get the coconut
I
there.
haven't seen that in quite some time. Now, do we see BPS? I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
BPS line up here, lining up on the right side of the pillars.
And Intensive going into chunks.
And Dmgdude getting it.
Very well done.
Dmgdude entering 1-4. There is a live stream in this level that you can pick up in the second room. Let's see if Dmgdude ends up opting to take it. Intensive going to pick up chunks, throw him on the right hand side, and just somehow going through him.
that was something.
Oh, oh, that was close.
That was close. The live stream pickup would cost around 20 seconds, I believe, but damage is not going for it.
Solid fight for Intensive.
Very solid chunks. Now, do we see ICS from Nintensive?
No ICS from Intensive
No,
here.
okay.
Loses about 10 seconds, but it's fine. It can lose a lot more. Yep.
Very unfortunate platform cycle, unfortunately.
Dmgdude going for key early here.
Damage. Exactly. Unfortunately, clipped out again.
Got it, second try there. Gets the clip into the wall on the left. Beautifully executed.
Very clean.
Intensive, no BPS. Gonna opt for the 1 and minus on the blue pedestal.
Yes, I believe that is around 20 seconds.
I don't think it's 20.
BPS. Nah, that didn't seem like 20.
I think it's about 10, if anything. But
yeah, that's probably closer.
But then again, it's better to be safe than sorry. BPS can be a very annoying trick.
Oh, absolutely. It's very annoying indeed.
Now they're both on 1-4. Dmgdude struggling to climb up the ladder there. You have to be at a specific momentum to be able to climb the ladder. Get in the ladder jump. There's a task among us here, right here.
Let's see, does Nintensive go for the live stream? He does, okay. Better safe than sorry, like you said. I think that is very smart thing to do.
Yeah, very smart. Dmgdude getting the ladder jump, which is a 1-frame trick. Saves a little bit. Only a few frames, but every little helps. They'd be quiet. I can turn their up a little bit more.
And Dmgdude is about to meet Fractal. I believe that was a perfect staircase. That was beautiful. Intensive also going for key early. Very unexpected, but cool to see.
Just going a bit too far into the sand. Beautiful there. Getting the clip in. Just needs to get the second part. Oh, unfortunately jumping too high there. Yeah. Finishing the pit is the most important thing. Not dying inside
Absolutely,
the pit
yes.
is the highest priority.
I believe cooking the live shroom is also a valid strat as it gives a 30 heal item.
As seen yesterday in the race.
That was accidental, but I think it was worth it.
It was worth it, to be fair, because I think Lightning King would have died in that situation. Because I don't think Lightning King had any of the heals. So luckily, having that 30 HP heal was really nice.
Intensive unfortunately struggling with key early. With the what's it called?
The clip it.
Thing. the Bussy Beetle getting in the way, there we go. And Dmgdude enters the 1 minute waiting sequence.
There we go. Intensive back in.
Now, come on.
Oh, stream's buffered. Got in. Nice.
Very nice. Intensive losing a bit of time over damage, but a lot of style points are gained.
Fair play to Intensive for carrying on to finish on that trip. Because a lot of runners would have just given up there.
Doing key early on a first run is very respectable.
Dmgdude2 going for the damage boost into Fractale's head here. Nice little shot that saves 2 seconds.
Dmgdude waiting for the Freckles to spawn.
Waiting for one more, so Dmgdude can pick it up, and he's going to go for the Fractale flips. Lined it up perfectly. Just needs to wait here. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Oh, Intensive dropping down there. Intensive dropping down there on the ladder, getting hit by the 3D meter.
That flip seemed super late on my end, but it worked out just fine. Very nice Fractale. We do have another sidebar ad on Nintensive side, so that's very cool.
There you go, there's some nice accessories for you lot. Light speed connection.
Light speed, that has to be good.
Oh, Nintensive forgetting the pattern. Gonna use the flip. Luckily, they're numbered really nicely.
There we go. I haven't seen that that staircase changing into that cutscene in 3D in quite some time.
It happens to the best of us. There's a few puzzles in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, let's not do that.
An iPhone film, okay. Starring Michael Stormzy. Can we star Mario in this, please? And Dmgdude is getting the second heart with a 27:51 on our timer. I'm gonna check out their stream real quick to see what the actual time is.
I can go for a quick refresh here on these two. Intensive trying to take all our money.
Alright, there it is. It is a 2745 for Chapter 1 on Nintensive. On Dmgdude2 split.
And we are back.
So
Nintensive is back.
it is time for the most interesting part of the run, objectively, pre-Chapter 2. We luckily get to see another fractal before that. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, the Nintensive was just splicing during that ad. Just couldn't see.
We have a lot of mashing to do in pre-Chapter 2. But also a bit more gameplay than in Prologue, so I believe it's more bearable.
8 minutes mashing segment instead of 5 minutes. At least there's a little bit of running around to do. Intensive jumping into Fractal here. Fractal? Fractal, wrong one.
It's Fractal.
Fractal.
Let's see if Nintensive will also do the Frackle method with the flip.
Just needs to wait for one more. Perfectly just spawned in at the right time. Looks like Intensive's not opting to go for it. Gonna go for some flips here.
Oh, no!
Unfortunately, he's gonna have to wait another 40 seconds here.
That is a very unfortunate time loss. Peach about to get teleported by Dementio. There we go. And we are about to make it back to Flipside.
Point situation for Dmgdude looking very good now. 51k. Recovered really well from that grind.
The little detour in 1-3 was definitely worth.
100% worth it. Looking good to level up in the first 10 rooms of the pit.
Nintensive doesn't move up again. Ooh, okay.
Doesn't fall off this time.
Gets it. That could have been scary. Could have still clipped through, I believe, but it didn't happen. So very nice. We have both players now heading into Chapter 2 just to get Boomer, and then we're gonna get into the pit.
Dmgdude going all the way down here to visit Saffron. Cooking up the fireburst to wake up Peach. Dmgdude does have a lot of items, so they just need to watch out on what they're cooking.
Yeah. Definitely.
Perfect
wow,
execution.
That is a lot.
Beautiful execution. Put the menu movement there.
More than I expected.
That was a lot more items than I thought they picked up.
That's like 6 room shakes, so Dmgdude playing it very safe.
I think it was 7 there, because like one you get in 1-1 as well. That was at the bottom of the queue.
It might be.
70 hit.
Dmgdude did go for cloud coins, so he had a lot of cash to waste in 1-2. Well, it's not a waste, it's very much worth it.
Both runners now in pre-2. I'd say about a 4-minute gap between them at the moment. Still, anything can happen, as we've seen in the last 2 races.
Absolutely. A lot of yapping happening right now, but we're about to be done with the mashing on Dmgdude's side. Then we just have the boomer text to mash, and that's pretty much it for the rest of the run.
Going through the future matches now, we have got Dimersal versus Blue Delta later on today, about 4 hours time. JCR versus Spartan Junior tomorrow, 9 PM BST. We got Senjoka versus Bringle again tomorrow. Good matchup that. Both very close in terms of PBs. I think they've only got like a 20-second gap in between them in PBs. Then on Thursday we've got Luna versus Bandite. On Friday we've got Emily the Cooper versus Lily. Again, both of them very similar PBs, I believe. Then on Friday we've got Briesinger versus Parodi. And Saturday Furious versus Wheels for the rest of the matches.
Joker versus Bringle is actually gonna be very interesting. Bringle just getting those 20-second gap to their PBs yesterday or today. Depends on the time zone.
We're both Europeans
that's
here.
definitely gonna be a close match. Now we are about to get into chapter 2, so
yeah, Boomskip is banned for this tournament, so it's so we're gonna always see Boomer. We're not gonna see Boomerless runs, thankfully. Even though now it is 100%, it is 100% consistent now, thanks to a lot of prep by particularly Moonrise.
that is true. A boomerless run versus a classic run wouldn't be a very fair comparison, though, I believe.
It's about a 15-minute difference.
Okay.
Or actually, about 10. About 10. Not too far off, but it's a big gap. Dmgdude now, entering chapter 2 for the one and only stage we're going to see. And the 1 out of 2 iterations of Peach in the run.
True.
We're only going to see Peach being used in room 100 and right there.
Going for
the red Cooper. Oh, stake drop.
Unfortunately had to leave it, but Dmgdude is stacked, so he probably doesn't need it.
The stake heals 15 HP, so it's a really useful item in the pit.
Absolutely would have been a very nice heal drop otherwise, but during the Paracupa strat is quite unfortunate. Let's see if we can.
I think that's 4.
Yes.
I think that's 4 power stakes in 3 runs out of the 3 races, which is cool. You don't really see them often. Dmgdude going for BSE, a trick found a few months ago by Moonrise, using Z coordinate manipulation. Unfortunately, not getting the slowdown. You know, it's a really easy tell to know if you got this trick right. You'll see my wrist slow down. I don't think that was it either. Yeah, There we go. Mario, slow down a bit. You got the full speed. You can carry on. Jumping over the prawn plant. Flipping a bit early, but it works. Going inside the wall. Gonna get pushed into the background. Misses the blue switch, but luckily respawns at the top.
Oh, okay. I already thought. I am not very educated on BSE.
Nintensive forgetting to talk to Peach happened to me in a run 2 days ago. And going down the elevator.
Definitely unfortunate. We have another ad for a mouse this time.
Dmgdude2 just going along, killing some enemies along the way, 53k. Looking to be about 54k entering the pit.
Now, in the last room, before the boomer pipe, and that is essentially chapter 2 done. Just a bit of mashing left.
About 40 seconds of mashing.
Then we get into the meat of the run.
Then we get into the fun stuff. If GBS wasn't even fun itself.
I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff in chapter 1 and 2 already, but the real fun stuff, the RNG.
The gambling.
Yeah, fun stuff. We have Nintensive about to go to the Pure Heart pillar. I'm gonna check how it looks on points wise for Nintensive.
It's a bit low, but
I don't think that's gonna be enough.
It's gonna have the points going a bit in 2-1. There is some spawning goings. I guess you could go for them.
Technically the superstar, but I don't know if that's worth it.
The superstar would be worth it, just to kill every enemy in the room.
Yeah, it is 3k after all, so it would be probably like 5k in total.
Nintensive is playing with fire at the moment, just needs to pray on a no Cooper Shell key in room 19, but then still can perform the despawn. So it's still not the end of all that. It's room 25, which is the issue.
It's gonna be very close for 25 too, that is the problem. Not only for 19 now.
Nintensive's gonna have to kill...
Maybe he'll go back into chapter 1 for a little bit of extra grind.
Yeah, it might be a good idea, just going back to 1-1.
Chapter 1-3 would be better.
Be quicker, yeah.
That one's faster.
Yeah, 1-3 would be quicker to going back into. Just getting a fast flower again.
Points, but... Okay,
it's right at the start of the stage.
Picking up our idea, so that is probably gonna happen.
And Dmgdude2 now just throwing Boomer up to the up to the top, hitting the switch. Going for the HP plus. Going for the HP plus here.
Oh, okay. Dmgdude2 doing it very safe. Taking absolutely every repercussion possible to be able to finish the pit, which I think is fair.
Just trying to hit this. There we go.
With the clip though, because
got the clip.
Would have just done it with the any % strat.
Yeah, but that way is quicker overall. If you do end up getting it first try, not first second try.
It definitely looks like it.
Using the HP plus.
Yeah, Nintensive going into 2-1 and Dmgdude2 in the first room of the pit. Ooh, bacon mix. That does heal 5 HP. Now let's see, is Nintensive going for BSE or for the Paragumba method? It doesn't seem like it.
It's going for 3D manipulation. Nice little strat there. Only loses about 10. Not 10, 5 to the para Gumbo jump. Loses about 20. 25 to BSE. First try BSE.
Dmgdude going into room 5. Getting the key. Nintensive unfortunately can't pick up the Peachy Peach drop.
Dmgdude picking up the Chervil to dueling with them. Nice little key there. Nintensive making their way through. 2-1. Almost at the end. 2 rooms away. Plus a pie.
Does not pick up the star, presumably because he will go back into 1-3. Or 1-1, we don't know yet. Dmgdude, I believe, in room 8,
yeah.
Nintensive picks up the slow flower, okay.
Don't think there's many enemies you can kill up here apart from the squig. There is a few cheeps at the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's mainly for the 1000 points for the flower itself.
And gets the level up, 40k level up. Just needs
Very nice.
A few more points, probably just a 1-3 grind away from a safe enter pit score.
Yeah, definitely. Dmgdude making very nice use of the row. Will probably switch to Boomer in the Schlurp rooms that are about to come.
Yeah, room 13 is the room you want to switch to Boomer realistically. You can in room 12 to deal with the spike tops, the room Dmgdude is about to enter.
Yeah, or if you kick a Koopa shell and get last key, then already there, I guess.
You could despawn the Koopas there.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Going through the pit, basically, the doors have a corresponding. Every entry door has a corresponding exit. There is common, or every entry is a common exit. The key is in a random enemy. Obviously, you need to find out which enemy has the key. Dmgdude not having 60k to deal with the ball clefts there.
Needs to kill 2 more enemies for 60k.
There it is.
There we go. And now damage can also jump on the clefts to do damage, since the 60k level up is 4 damage. Also, the layout of each room in the pit is always the same, with only the doors changing. So the enemies are random and the doors are random, but the layouts, so the blocks that are placed to walk on, are not. Nintensive does pick 1-1 for a bit of extra points.
1-1 is the safer
A
option.
little bit of time. It is definitely the safe option.
Probably end around 70k with a really good grind. Maybe might even get a slow flower, and end up with about 110k.
I think it won't be as much as usual because Nintensive will kill with one jump.
Oh yeah, yeah. Intensive can
That
only
does take a little bit, but with a flower, definitely like 70k.
just needs to keep that in mind.
We will see if Nintensive goes for the flower block this time.
Oh, unfortunately getting a coin.
Ah, that's the coin. Okay. We have Dmgdude in room 16. So far progressing very nicely through the pit.
Playing very, very well. Yeah, Nintensive's already at a pretty good amount of points. 60k, got the and the 5S for
Nice.
good measure.
Firebird. Very nice.
Now can just return pipe.
Oh, return pipe. Intensive. Okay. There we go. 60k is definitely very solid for early pit. Key in room 17 for Dmgdude.
Intensive can deal with the Cherbills in room 6 now and one-shot them with a boomer. Every enemy in the first 12 rooms can be one-shot now for the Intensive.
Getting the key.
Dmgdude
And
entering
let's hope
19.
for no coup patrol.
19, a big part of the run. Coup patrol, key. 1 out of 5 chance, 20%. There it is at the bottom. Takes a lot of boomer hits to kill.
Maybe Dmgdude will kick the... Nope.
Oh, unfortunately getting coup patrol.
And we got a coup patrol key.
Is there going to be the enemy despawn? Could be enemy despawn. Or just going to opt to use boomer. Intensive. Entering the pit now.
I believe they take 12 damage. Is that correct?
Yeah, 6 boomers.
Okay.
6 boomers to kill.
It does lose a big chunk of time. So those are definitely very unfortunate. But there we go. The key is obtained.
Or it might be 8 boomers.
21. 21, both runners have the fire burst for that, so it's gonna be a very quick room.
There's Flim. Flim is the shopkeeper inside the pit. There's a 30% chance to show up every 10 rooms. Oh, no fire burst for Dmgdude.
Huh.
Must have dropped it for a heal.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe just an intensive bot one, because I haven't looked exactly at Dmgdude's shopping.
Unfortunately, in last key in 21 as well. This is a rough room to get a last key. Takes a long time to kill all these spinies. Takes 2 hits with boomer to kill. Unless it
28 exits for last key is still very solid.
Dmgdude first key.
Ooh, first key.
22. Very good room.
Nintensive in room 4. Also gets a first key, very nice. We love to see it.
3-second room there for Nintensive, really solid.
Is Flim actually different per floor?
Yes, so
Realistically, yes.
the items that Flim you can buy from Flim progressively get better throughout the pit. Realistically, you want to start buying from Flim from room 30 onwards. In the first 10 rooms, he doesn't really have anything useful, apart from like a fire burst or like a shroom shake. In the last 70 rooms, he gets very useful and has a lot of good items.
They are very expensive, the cool ones. Like a Ultra Shroom Shake will be 300 coins. But it is a 50 HP heal, so it's a very good item.
Super Shroom, I believe, is 100, and it's 20 HP.
I thought it was 180.
It might be 180. I think 100 just makes sense. Oh, it said it.
I believe the normal one is 20 or 30, I think.
I think it's 30, the normal shroom shake.
I haven't shopped with Lim in a long time. I don't actually know.
Neither. Ice Storm from Flume, yes, very useful. For room
Ice
98,
Storm is very good too, yeah.
costs I believe 70 or 80 from Flume.
I think it's only 60 for an Ice Storm.
Dmgdude,
And 80 for a T-Rage.
Dmgdude in one of the worst rooms in the pit, 26 in terms of layouts. There's 4 secluded areas, and you have to try and navigate your way through each of them. You have to use the pipes, or you could use pipe jumps.
Damage does get the pipe jump very nicely.
Gets a good.
And Nintensive is done with the first 10.
16 rooms behind. I think caught up 4 rooms there.
Alright, the shakes are apparently 30, 80 and 300 coins. Damage going into the Red Koopa Hammer Bro room.
Room 28. Bit annoying. This room. Hammer Bros, they're just very obnoxious to deal with.
Definitely, they will often also just camp the corner of a platform.
Nintensive given the last key in 11, unfortunately.
And we have damage dude in room 29. Very unfortunate layout.
Got the key.
But does get the first key. And Nintensive in room 12, I believe.
12, yeah. Maintaining that 17 room difference that they started with at the moment. Very even in the pit so far, these two.
Damage, Nintensive can jump on the clefs to kill.
Speeds up that room a little bit. Horsetail damaged with another heal.
Getting a horsetail.
7 HP heal there. Damage is absolutely stacked with heals at the moment.
Yeah. We have Nintensive in room 14.
Very good key for
Ooh,
damage.
And getting an egg. We have the RNG egg drop.
I think that's 3 eggs in all 3 runs at the moment as well, or in all 3 of the tournament races.
I think so, yeah. Damage dude getting the key. And a good layout.
Very nice layout.
Could spawn unfortunately, so a pipe is required.
Nintensive, great key.
Another good key for damage dude, but this time it is an unfortunate layout. Does use the horsetail. And we have another laptop ad.
Nintensive getting the key by kicking the shell. Really nice strat there.
Another good key and another heal for damage dude.
Oh my god.
Pick it up though. We are going into room 36. I believe this is a very good pace. Very nice key so far.
All the ninjas coming down here.
Oh, getting a double hit. Unfortunate.
Nintensive escaping room 17 there. 26% chance for the ninjas to turn into a bomb.
Very rough key for damage dude. The last keys in ninja rooms are especially annoying because those have a chance to just not die on impact. Nintensive in 18. Let's hope for no Koopa Troll for the second time now.
We had two Amazing Daisies in the same run yesterday.
Yeah, I
There's no
saw that. I
way
saw
we
that.
could get
But
two Koopa Trolls.
that was crazy. Wasn't that like a
1 in
1 in
121 chance.
81?
I think there's 11, 11 enemies in that room, so 1 in 100, 121 for both of it
Oh,
to
okay,
happen.
okay.
Yeah, Dmgdude getting a Ice Storm for the second time.
And we have no Koopa Troll key, but Nintensive has a Fire Burst. Should use it in this room as it's very profitable. Does not seem to remember, or just chooses to keep the Fire Burst for Fractal. That is also possible. Fractal, right. Gets the key. And Dmgdude going into 39.
Fiber is camping the
Dmgdude.
edge.
Ah, okay, okay.
Just escapes it. Nice little point grind there. There's one on the ceiling, unfortunately. For Dmgdude, he's gonna have to wait for it. Sheepy sheep. For
Damage
Nintensive.
about to meet with the Clubbers for the first time. One Amazing 8 Daisies, so it's 11.1.
Yeah, 181 for both of them to get Amazing Daisy, which is insane.
That is quite unlucky.
But probably has no memory.
Nintensive has the key, now is in critical state for the first time.
First of the Clubbers rooms.
Very nice job killing those Clubbers.
41 can be a nuisance because it is a very long room with an awful layout.
Definitely, definitely.
Got the key.
Gets the key.
Key should be at the top left, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
There it is. Had to kill a few, but that was very well played.
Nintensive can just stay on this right side and use Boomer here, which is nice. Saves a flip. Saves 2 flips, actually.
True.
Good key there for Dmgdude.
Can't wait for the 1 in 6,561 where 4 Amazing Daisy keys. Yeah. The runners are just gonna have to replay 57 somehow, because why not? Just for fun.
Great play there from Dmgdude there.
Striker room now. Nintensive in a very annoying room in the early pit. Just because of the layout.
Dealing with
It does
26.
offer some fun strat, but it is also a very annoying layout to deal with, as it sometimes it doesn't require to use a pipe, but it does require to do some pipe movement to get to certain points in the map.
Nintensive getting a last key.
For Nintensive.
Good layout here for Dmgdude for the enemies. Oh, unfortunately getting hit, so that enemy's going to run away a little bit. Chasing it down, Dmgdude going to go for the 50-50, missing it. The red one's going to go on the roof here.
Very good layout though, and there's the key. That is still a good 45, I believe this is.
Yeah, into 46. Normally you want a Koopa Shell at the top to kick all the enemies on the floor.
First key for
but
Dmgdude.
First key. Dmgdude a little low on points here, for my liking, but getting hit by the both of them.
That could have been bad, but luckily Damage has a lot of items and a lot of health in general.
Oh, nearly getting hit there again. Poison enemies will always drop a heal unless they drop a catch card, just like how Dmgdude did. Great layout for 48 here.
Definitely also
Amazing
great,
key.
very, very good key. Also getting lucky with the enemy spawn, so all the clubbers are on the lowest floor.
Intensive. Find their way through 29 here. Dmgdude, 49.
49. Can get a point grade going here. Very
Hopefully
nice.
they have the key. No. That's unfortunate.
Dmgdude will most likely level up in room 51 if he decides to do the... I forgot the name again. The Buzzy Beetle strat.
Yeah, so Buzzy Beetles, they will not despawn if you let them go off screen. The opposite to Cooper Shells.
Another horsetail for Nintensive.
So in room 51, you can just let the Buzzy Beetle do all the work for you and accumulate a lot of points. There is flip spinies in this room, so you just flip them all the way down, just like on Dmgdude doing it right here. Now you just go looking for the...
Go for the Buzzy Beetle strat.
Yeah, now you just go looking for the ones that don't flip down on the high floors, while the Buzzy Beetle's killing everything else on the floor.
Exactly, that will definitely net him the 20k, I believe.
Well, I think all the enemies have died on the floor. There's 3 at the top, and it's got the key, I think, the Buzzy Beetle. Or it's an enemy on the right. Ah.
Okay.
Oh, right by the door.
Okay. It's already there.
Dmgdude. No key door in the top left, which is really nice. Because this room can be a little bit difficult to navigate.
Does save him 1 pipe entry.
Which is about 10 seconds.
There's a nice mini point grind with the level up. Very nicely done. And the level up for Nintensive and the key. We have Dmgdude in 53, yes.
First key 53 as well. That's really nice. Going into 54. 54 is not a nice room at all. Clubbers and dry bones can take forever, that room.
And Nintensive has a good layout on 33, just has to hope for a enemy that's not on the right side of the screen, in that little corner.
Just needs to not wake up the clubbers Dmgdude, and can just crouch them, these ones. Unfortunately they don't have the key. Gonna have to kill the dry bones.
That was not a great key, but at least not a last key.
Great spawn for the hooligans here, all on the top row. Key door is going to be at the bottom as well. This is not at the top.
True. Very nice layout for Dmgdude.
Just find it hard to get that last hooligan.
Nintensive in 35 and Dmgdude in 57, I believe. And another ad for shot on iPhone film. 56.
Where's my share of the money, Apple?
Ooh, gets the Cursia key. Okay.
Really nice key. The main shot in that room is to find the Cursia as quick as possible. Kill the Cursia. All the Dark Boos will come towards you naturally, and then just kill the Dark Boos while you're on the spot.
Yeah.
Really nice little point grind there. You do them with the spawn goings. Spawn goings are really nice to get some points off.
Killing the spawning normally this time. Going for the safe strats. And we are in the Amazy Daisy room. Luckily, Dmgdude has in general enough health to withstand
Really good key.
a hit, but doesn't need to. Very nice. And we are back on the Nintensive stream, and also in the first Match Blood room.
Really nice key again. Dmgdude playing this really well. Again, in 59, you go searching for the squigs, kill the squigs, and then go for the magic blots after.
Yeah, I'd say it depends a little bit on the spawn, but mostly, yeah.
First key again, Dmgdude,
Very
61.
nice key. Dmgdude is flying through the pit right now. The door's top left, yeah.
Door's always on the left side of the room in that room.
Yeah, that's true. It can also be on the middle right.
Middle right as well, yeah.
We have Dmgdude in another very annoying room.
For this room, you go looking for the doll bones. The boos will come towards you and kind of combo them. All of them there in a row. Could have duck jumped them all. Opting not to do that.
Nintensive in 38.
38, yeah. Dealing with the Magic Coopers. Picking up the
Still
Total Leaf.
has barely used any heals, and that's another annoying room. But has the damage up, so clubbers will be very much easier to deal with. Now only take 5 jumps instead of 7. Or 3 if you use Boomer first.
Really good key there for Dmgdude. Again, having a really good...
17-second room. Very good.
Really good last 20 rooms there for Dmgdude. This room's a bit annoying as well, 64. The yellow Tyloids. Really annoying to deal with. They can just go anywhere. You just need to keep track of all the Tyloids. Make sure they don't go on the roof is the main concern. Unfortunately, one escapes. Dmgdude there. And it's of course it's the one on the roof. Oh, there's still one down here.
There's another.
Oh.
Another heal.
Dmgdude getting all the heals. We've seen a lot of heal drops in this pit. They've been very kind to all the runners.
Getting in the way. It is the weaker heals, but a heal is a heal. And Intensive going into 41.
About a 25 room split, I believe. 24 between the two runners at the moment.
24, yeah.
50-50 key in that room for Dmgdude.
In first clubber room.
Just have to be a bit careful on HP here. They do 3 damage. Ooh. Gonna opt for a heal. Got a horsetail. First iteration of the Skelebits for Dmgdude here. They are 3 blocks tall, so you can hit them through the top of walls. Really useful.
Another good key.
Unfortunately, didn't get the right room layout that Dmgdude was looking for.
Still a very good room.
Intensive, escaping 41.
Beyond 41. Dmgdude in
67.
Thank you. So we are about to get to the Koopa Strikers room, which do deal 5 damage, so those are very scary.
There is a few hammer bros in the room before though in 68, and the squogs that do 3 damage as well.
3D hammer bros.
Unfortunately, getting a second last key in the Elongator room. Room takes quite a long time to clear out.
Very well played though.
Very well played.
About to get the level up to 3k are missing.
Really good going into this next room as well, since the enemies can just kill themselves. And he'll probably level up in 69 as well, assuming he gets a good key in 68.
Dmgdude can just take a heal before the level up as well. He has a lot of heals to back up.
There's a level up, 160k.
There's the level up. No heals needed. Not today.
Unfortunately, not an attack level up, it's a HP level up, but it's useful in its own way.
Definitely, and for 69, there's no damage up.
Oh, unbelievable spawn there for Dmgdude in 69. That's the most ideal place. Hopefully this Koopa Striker has the key. No, it's going to be a key at the bottom, but that's fine. Best case scenario, if it's the guy at the bottom, it's that guy on the bottom right.
Very, very good. Was able to play it very safely. and with barely any damage taken. Very nice. Going into the 70s on a very good pace, I believe. Nintensive doing a little bit of point grinding.
Heedle will always be in the left of 71. You just need to know if it's at the top or at the bottom. Couch guard.
True.
And the key door is going to be top left. There's 2 key door locations in the top left, and there's 1 in the bottom left, so there's only 3 exit locations in that room.
Nintensive in 45.
Dealing with the Tyloids. Trying to multitask, hit a few at the same time, first give you damage dude. 50-50 in that room.
Dmgdude getting insane keys, also playing very well.
2 HP
So
for
they make a
Nintensive.
very good mix.
The old 1 HP Peril Nintensive. Got the key.
Please heal!
And
He
Super
doesn't
Boomer.
have a heal, I believe.
Super
Very
Boomer
nice.
for damage dude there. Unfortunately, one of them has all the heals and the other one doesn't. Just gotta flip into. Oh! Okay.
Nintensive doing extremely risky strats. Okay.
Got the key. Is gonna escape. He's gonna live for another day here.
Yeah, I believe so. It does look like.
Doesn't know where the
We
key
are
door is though.
I believe it's in the
Bottom left. Bottom
of
left,
the
yeah.
ground floor. Okay. That is unfortunate.
Damage dude getting screwed over by the copters
Damage.
here. Completely getting screwed
Very
over.
unfortunate for Dmgdude. That is the worst case scenario for that room.
Oh no! Oh, live stream.
Oh, live stream. We forgot about that. Okay, we're still alive. Barely.
Intensive's close to the level up. The poison enemies will always drop a heal as well. So as long as Intensive kills the poison enemies, unless that's the key.
That's the key.
Oh, dried shroom.
Only a dried shroom. Okay.
Getting close to the level up now though. Only 2k away.
Here, but does choose to kill the rest of the enemies here.
Since they're pretty easy enemies to kill, Intensive might as well just go kill them all.
That's true. Dmgdude getting roughed up in the rough puff room. Pun intended.
Room 85 is a bit tough. They do 4 damage with projectiles.
Oh, 80. Oh,
Oh,
no,
first key!
first key!
That's
That was
unbelievable.
insane!
That's unbelievable.
We live to see another day, folks. That's incredible. Not dead yet.
Squig room, really nice room to get some points. Just needs to be careful with the
Come on.
coconuts. One more enemy.
One more.
One more.
Play it safe. No, just kill one. Just
Oh
kill
my
one.
god! Oh,
Yeah. Okay, we live to see another day. That was scary.
Intensive clutch there.
More style points for an intensive.
Damage dude working their way through 76.
Wow.
Into 77 with the magic bolts. Opting to heal.
Yeah, the blue ones, I believe, those do tank a lot.
They have a lot of HP, but they do less damage than the red ones, which is cool. And he has a first key. Beautiful.
Very nice key still for Dmgdude. This is an incredible pace.
What is
with
Isn't Intensive
very
on PB pace at the moment?
an intensive doesn't have a finished pit run, so yes.
Oh, there you go. Just
I
needs to
don't know
finish the
what's
run.
happening there, but okay.
Right, damage dude. Damage is having a pretty good pit at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Damage dude's gonna flip all the enemies down now, and unfortunately isn't at the 200k, so can't one-shot the Skelebits. Just shows how good the pit's been to damage dude at the moment. With how little points.
Intensive can get a was able to get a fast key here because he already had the damage level up, so he could one-shot the Spinies.
Yes. Very useful. Unfortunately for Intensive, the Pigorum's at the bottom. He's gonna have to flip down, and he's gonna have to use the pipe. Damage dude entering the 80s. Probably the worst in terms of time loss out of any rooms in the pit.
Probably in enemies as well. The 80
I'd
is already 90.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Oh, there's a shell shock there for Nintensive. Not useful,
Could be used
unfortunately.
in 74 if Nintensive doesn't do a 3D Super Boomerang.
True. Intensive's gonna go take the pipe. Dmgdude dealing with the Piggle rooms.
There we go.
4 damage. The Hogger rooms do. Oh, hit it again. Just need to be careful.
Okay, yeah, well. Dmgdude has damage to waste. It is being Dmgdude right now. It is happening.
Into my favorite room in the pit here. Dealing with the Magic Box, gonna flip.
Oh yeah,
Gonna
that's
go
definitely
for squogs.
very, very, very cool and easy to gain.
I don't like how they're all in 3D now.
Yeah, 2D is definitely the better spawn for those.
Yeah.
Are they gonna go back?
No, I don't think they're gonna come back. He's gonna have to go into 3D.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
He's gonna have to kill him in 3D now. This room you want to end up with around 200k in. Dmgdude doesn't know that they have to flip.
That is very rough.
He's gonna have to deal with them in 3D now. Still managed to get points off them, but Dmgdude, this is a room where you can hit 200k really easily.
Somehow getting damage. Oh no, that was 3D. I thought Dmgdude took damage from a dead enemy.
Oh, still one more.
Intensive struggling in room 50-ish, 53.
53, I think it is, yeah.
Having a tough time with the what's their name? Spanias?
Yeah, Spaniards. Cherbles,
Okay.
dealing. It's gonna get the 200k before 86, which is the most important thing for Dmgdude. Gets the key.
For the extra damage.
Just took some damage, but now the next 3 rooms for Dmgdude are the most important rooms in the entire pit. Can lose a collective of 3 minutes in the next 3 rooms. Gonna have to kill the Spaniards first. There's a 4 out of 7 chance that you get a Spaniard key. You want to get a Spaniard key because unfortunately Dmgdude doesn't.
That's unfortunate.
Gonna have to go for the Slorps. They take 2 boomers to kill. Killed the Spaniards really quickly though, so still might exit pretty quickly. Yeah, Dmgdude.
That was definitely a very, very lucky spawn for those, but the key is unfortunately not good.
Just put
misplaced as the boomer.
Intensive got a really nice spawn with the gloves there. Not a last key, but
okay.
Dmgdude got very unlucky there.
Very rough.
Going into 85.
Does use the fire burst. I believe that was mainly to wake them both up so the bomb can hit through the ceiling.
Unfortunately, the pokey.
Hurt box is extended a bit.
Again, 3 segment and taller pokies you can hit through walls. That's what Dmgdude tried to do there. Unfortunately, it went down to 2 segments. Just needs to watch out here. It gets poisoned. Oh, and it didn't have the key. Dmgdude's got a lot of heals though, so it's fine.
Yeah, Dmgdude is pretty much safe until the end of the pit, unless some unfortunate double hit. Or
yeah, unless a combo happens, I think Dmgdude's safe
exactly.
here. Really good 86 spawn, 2 magic creepers right there, and a 3rd one on top there. Gonna go for Super Boomer here.
Playing it very, very well.
Oh.
Still has very nice key. Damage still has all the heals left that he bought, pretty much.
Really good 86 there for Dmgdude. We've seen a lot of good 86s this tournament, which is really nice. Because 86 can take so long.
I did get a very good 86 as well, I believe.
Yes.
Dmgdude now clearing out the smorgasbord of rooms. Intensive in 56.
Now into the ninja rooms, the last of the hard rooms. In the 80s.
Also has a Cursia key.
Dmgdude clearing out the left. Fortunately, no ninja had the key there. There's a few on the top row. He just needs to be careful with that. Getting very
annoying
unlucky with these
in the
bombs.
room.
Getting very unlucky with these bombs.
Oh, getting double hit.
Gets the key though and
There it is.
escapes. Going into 89. This is where the shell shock's useful, and you should hit around 250k by now. Rit, the perfect spawn there. In 89. Gonna use the shell shock, follow it left, flip down, kill all the enemies at the bottom as well.
Nintensive actually has 2 shell shocks for that room technically. Because he got a shell shock drop from one of the pigos. But now we see
Into
Amazy
58.
Daisy. Let's pray for no Amazy Daisy today. That would be compensation for yesterday.
Gonna use the shell shock here. Opt using one of the shell shocks here. Or Dmgdude's entering the 90s. 50-50 room there for Dmgdude. Unfortunately not getting the 50-50. Just needs to be careful here. Nintensive. Unfortunately, Nintensive, the shell shock wasn't that useful.
Despawned, unfortunately.
Going for the Amazy Daisy. Oh.
Okay, as long as it's despawned, it's fine.
It's gone into 3D, so it's all good. You can use the fire burst here.
The fires, the almighty fire burst of lag.
Just gonna give a quick refresh there.
Yeah, Nintensive is out of healing items, so it's gonna be tough.
Nintensive escapes though, so it's fine.
We have 15k till the next level up for Nintensive. Dmgdude is still fine on healing. It's now in 92, I think.
Yeah, 92 that is.
59, going into the 60s. Nintensive kinda styling on on Flim before buying anything, I guess. This is a very stylish run from Nintensive so far, and very good Super Boomer use from Dmgdude.
Buying Ice Storm here for room 98, 40 coins. Really cheap price for an Ice Storm, to be fair. I thought it was way more than that.
Definitely a very smart purchase.
Dmgdude, you're gonna have to go all the way around now, around the top. Let's get there.
Wow, Nintensive does just clean out Flim.
Unfortunately, doesn't have enough coins for the Mighty Sonic though.
That would have been very, very good for 86. Dmgdude gets the key. Almost gets hit by another Fire Pro. And Nintensive uses the Long Last.
Long Last generate up to, I think, 20 HP, I want to say. Nice little super boom
It's
there.
20 or 15. 20 or 15.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
It's just generally not as good as the other heals in the pit, as it takes time because it's like one of the minigame items, I want to call it.
Yeah, and it also
So
takes
it takes a little time to prepare.
And it's also 1 HP every few seconds, so you still have a chance to die if
That's
you're on
true.
really low HP.
It's true, so it might cause either the run to die or just more waiting time.
Dmgdude about to enter the hardest room in the pit.
Getting kind of spawn capped does take another heal for safety, definitely smart.
Dmgdude getting the spawn on the left, using throw, pick it up, gonna jump into the squid.
Dmgdude is 6.7k points from another level up, which is probably gonna be hit in room 99.
Yes.
Dmgdude has an item for 98, right?
Yeah, 2 Ice Storms. Just in case it doesn't work the first time, the 75% chance that Dmgdude can just use it again on the red chain chomp. Gets the first skin anyway and a power draw.
Get the power. kind of useless now. Would have been good for 86.
Yeah, it would have been really useful for 86. Into
And
99.
99.
Just gonna
He's
wait.
probably gonna. Never mind. No switch back to Boomer. I guess.
It
Already preparing for Ragtail.
saves time, to be fair, not switching to Boomer. Especially if you
Yeah,
have
that's
an
fair.
Ice Storm.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, they're all on the right hand side of the room for damage to do there.
There's the level up at least.
Level up right
Very
for
good
Ractail.
spawn.
Full HP gained back. The Rackles do 5 and the projectiles do 10. So, really useful level up. Just going to go for more points here. And the key.
And that is room 100.
Into room 100 here. Fortunately, damage is not going to
Nintensive.
PB. But it should be around a 132, assuming a good Ractail. 132,
Definitely a
133.
very good run. Nintensive unfortunately wasting the power block. That could have been very good for 86.
Intensive just stuck in the
But
corner here a bit by the Blomeebas.
yeah, because they do a lot of damage.
They
and
did 2
Nintensive
damage.
can afford it.
The bottom left one.
It should be the bottom one. Yeah, okay.
Just gonna take that time.
Might be smart to go to the right. Okay, there we go.
Blomeebas avoiding them very well, ensuring its own survival.
Those are very, very annoying right now. Oh,
Oh,
torrents.
wait! Oh no!
Oh,
Let's get a damage boost,
Come on.
2 HP.
okay, that was tough. Intensive has needing 4.5k and can barely take any damage, if not any at all.
It's
We'll
gonna
see
be
how
tough.
this turns out.
Into a ninja room as
Oh,
well.
this is a bad room. This is a bad room.
Oh! Oh, what a dodge!
Maybe.
Oh my, oh no.
Oh, early lead.
Oh!
No! Intensive,
Unfortunate.
game overing. Dmgdude has another Ice Storm for Ragtail.
Only does 4 hits, the Ice Storm, so he's gonna have to throw 6 Rackles.
Still very solid. Very well played by Nintensive, unfortunately. Taking the loss against the... what are they called? Blomeebas?
Blomeebas, yeah. Hitting the Blomeebas
Okay.
and then getting killed by the ninjas, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's just unfortunate room setting. Barely making a damage, dude.
Intensive played very well to escape on 1 HP earlier on as well to get the 120k level up, so it was a fight to the very end for Intensive there. Unfortunately, just not coming out on the good side. Dmgdude, is it making it? Yeah.
Makes it. GG's.
GG's to Dmgdude. Congrats.
Very well played. By both runners, that was a very fun race to watch. Dmgdude getting a lot of good keys and throughout the entire plit playing very well. That was super fun to watch. Right here we're gonna close it out, getting Dasho. That is a sub. Is that a sub 33? I think it is.
It'll be close. It'll be close.
It'll be very close. Can we
I
get
think
the
it will
sub
be.
33? It's gonna be very close.
Just gotta jump over the pipe here. Gotta get in.
Come on.
Oh, just wait.
No.
I think it might be on their timer. I think it might be.
Oh yeah, right. We were a little behind.
We were a
There's
little behind.
133 flat on ours.
On theirs, it's a
GG's
132.57.
Dmgdude.
132.57 for Dmgdude there.
Very nice, very nice. It is not a PB, but it is a very good run.
Very solid run. Very solid. Right, we'll see. Dmgdude will progress into the next round, and we'll play either Furious or Wheels. Intensive will unfortunately fall into loser's bracket. and we'll play Milton in losers round two. I think. Actually, no, we'll get put into the losers round one against either Furious or Wheels, the loser of that.
All right. GG's to both runners. That was very well played.
Very well played for both runners there. That was fun. That was a fun one.
Definitely. Dmgdude2 taking the win here and moving on in the bracket.
We have got a few more. I've got one race later in about 4 hours' time, I believe.
I won't be commentating on this one. That's a bit too late for me.
We got Thigh
But
Mercil
I
versus
can
Blue
say I
Delta.
have commentated a race in this year's split. It is actually my first time commentating one.
You did a great job.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so later we got Thigh Mercil versus Blue Delta in roughly 3 hours' time. Tomorrow we have JCR versus Spartan Jr. and Joker versus Bringle.
Very nice. So we're getting one more run today and 3 runs tomorrow. Am I getting this right?
2 runs tomorrow. But yeah,
2 runs, okay.
it's gonna be fun. We've got a whole week planned here. Every single day we got a run.
Definitely gonna be very fun. 1 week of Super Paper Mario. I hope everyone is enjoying the tournament so far. I definitely am.
I am as well. And we'll see you in a few hours' time
Definitely.
for
From
Fire
me,
Mercil.
from me, it's a good night, but I hope you guys enjoy the race in a couple hours.
Let me see if there's anyone I can raid. I don't think I have permissions to raid. No, I don't. I don't have permissions
JPR,
to
come
raid.
back.
JCR, come here.
We need assistance to raid I don't know, the 24-hour speedrun side.
Thank you. Thank you both runners as well. Go visit their Twitches.
Yeah, definitely check them out. Very cool lads, very fun people, awesome runners. But that will be it from me.
Yeah, that'll be it for me as
Thank
well.
you,
I'm gonna end stream. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in a few hours.
thank you for watching.